It's all about sports, and we're live here from the Ross-Redman football camp here, 2018, from Paulsboro High School. As you see in the background, we have the registration going on. The kids are coming in. This is day 5 of the camp. This is their actual second annual official camp that they've run here. We have Isaac Redman somewhere around here. Kevin Ross is somewhere around here. Early in the week, they had Hassan Reddick come in and talk to the kids. It's been a great week of football here. As you see the registration table, the ladies are handing out the T-shirts. Again, the 5th day, they're going to have a barbecue here today. Every day's been an exciting day. Like I said, this has been a great week for this town. For Isaac Redman, Kevin Ross giving back to the football camp. Paulsboro High School legends such as Kevin Harvey. As we see Rick Eli actually at the table now. Rick Eli is a Paulsboro midget football coach. So we have a lot going on today. Again, day 5, there's actually going to be a barbecue here today, live from the camp. And we're going to be here all day live from Paulsboro High School. Like I said, the 2018 Ross-Redman football camp. As we see right here, Isaac Redman now holding up the T-shirt for the Ross-Redman camp. Isaac Redman, again, former Pittsburgh Steeler. Kevin Ross, former Kansas City Chief. Again, these guys have done a great job with the community, giving back to the kids. They actually run a free camp here for the kids. And again, this is their 3rd camp, 2nd official.
Do you need coverage? Not that kind of coverage. More like this kind of coverage. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Need a promo? Hosting a live event? Celebrating a special occasion? The National Video Productions has you covered. No, not that kind of covered. More like this kind of covered. And this kind of covered. Get live coverage and live stream that live event. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Weddings, corporate events, sporting events, graduations, grand opening, concerts, car shows, fundraisers, dance recitals, and more. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Do you need coverage? Not that kind of coverage. More like this kind of coverage. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Need a promo? Hosting a live event? Celebrating a special occasion? The National Video Productions has you covered. No, not that kind of covered. More like this kind of covered. And this kind of covered. Get live coverage and live stream that live event. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. Do you need coverage? Not that kind of coverage. More like this kind of coverage. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Need a promo? Hosting a live event? Celebrating a special occasion? The National Video Productions has you covered. No, not that kind of covered. More like this kind of covered. And this kind of covered. Get live coverage and live stream that live event. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Weddings, corporate events, sporting events, graduations, grand opening, concerts, car shows, fundraisers, dance recitals, and more. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered.
This is Terry Collins with It's All About Sports, and we're back here from the 2018 Ross-Redman football camp. And I have here with me Martin Sarton, 1982 Camden High graduate who went on to play with Long Beach State as well as in the NFL with a stint with the San Diego Chargers as well as the Oakland Raiders. First of all, Martin, tell us what exactly it is you're here doing today.
I'm here doing today just supporting some of my kids. I'm a college recruiter in the South Jersey area for young men that's Division I players that have poor SAT scores. So I recruit them, send them to junior college for a 2-year stint, and then on their way to UNLV, like one of my players, DeMonte Anderson.
And how influential are these camps for the development of kids?
Great history with Kevin Ross. I'm a Paulsboro fan. Grew up in the Swedesboro area. Even though I'm from Camden, my family's from this area. So always here to support Kevin Ross, everything he does for the kids. He's not home much since he's in the Arizona area. So whatever I could do to support him And it's just good to see these young people out here being active. And my whole thing is to make sure to all these parents that they are student athletes. We have too many athletes that's great athletes, that Division I players, that have to come to me, but if they just went to class, and had a 2.5 GPA and also passed SATs on time, we wouldn't have this JC dilemma. So even though I can help, I'm here to push education, to make sure the kids are on track. Go to your guidance counselor. You don't need just your teacher. Go to your guidance counselor. Go check out your transcripts. See what your GPA is. See where you stand SAT-wise. Make sure you get SAT training, something I didn't have in the 80s. So I'm real proud to just give out information to make sure the young people know, not just a football player, I have to be a student athlete to move on to go to a Division I college.
And there you have it from Martin Sarton, again, Oakland Raiders, San Diego Charger, here at the Ross-Redman football camp, helping guide some of these kids. And we'll be back after this with more action and more interviews next. We're back here at the Ross-Redman football camp here from Paulsboro High School, and I have here with me Antoine Perez, former D1 athlete at University of Maryland, defensive back standout. Antoine, talk to us about what you see so far here with the camp, how things are running with the kids and things like that.
Just first and foremost, I mean, what Kevin Ross and Isaac Redman, what they got going on out here is it's awesome for the community to be able to put something together like this for 5 days too, over a 5-day span. I mean, just looking out here, looking at the numbers, it's exciting to see that parents got their kids involved, and the talent out here is tremendous. A lot of guys I'm sure you'll hear from in the future, even from the young ones down there. You see them running around, and just looking. You can look at kids in shorts and shirts and realize, and understand the talent that they have. So, just overall, the experience is just something great. You need to see a lot more of this in the South Jersey area.
Now, we know you were recruited by USC, Pete Carroll there, and then transferred to University of Maryland, played along with Torrey Smith and some other marquee guys. What type of effort and talent do these kids need to put in, coming up through the midget league ranks in the high school to be able to get to that D1 status?
A lot of sacrifices. Just first, you have to apply yourself and take advantage of every opportunity that you get. You don't even realize it, but it starts now. When you second, third, fourth grade, the decisions that you make at a young age are going to affect you later on in life. And I understand that now, being that I just turned 30. I mean, I'm showing my age now, but it's they're going to impact you. So you definitely, hard work is the main attribute that you have to have. A support system, your support system, and the people you have around you, whether it's friends, family, coaches, mentors, they're the ones that are kind of just going to push you along the way and set that guidance and that path for you and that platform for you to be successful. So you just have to take advantage of your opportunities and be willing to accept the grind as an athlete, but also as a student. And as a student, you got to take care of your business in the classroom, but even going above and beyond that, you're a representation of what you do outside of football is going to affect your family, your friends, your team, your coaches. Whether it's good or bad decision, it affects everything. So you have to be able to make good decisions, set goals for yourself, make them happen. It's just so many different things that go into making you a well-rounded individual. But the guidance is out there. You just have to listen to people, take bits and pieces of it. You're going to make mistakes, but you have to make mistakes, learn how to face adversity when you're younger. That way it's going to make you a stronger person. So.
And Antoine also is now defensive back coach at Kingsway High School. So again, from Ross-Redman football camp, another beautiful day so far, a lot more to go. We'll be back with more after this. From Paulsboro High School, and I have here with me Coach Mark Harrison. Mark's actually a Woodbury native. Mark's a great friend, but also godfather to Isaac. Isaac's mentor. Okay, so he's actually Isaac Redman's mentor. So Mark, you brought your team again. You're a Woodbury native. You brought your team up from what part of Maryland again?
We're from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, the Showcase Sharks.
Okay, the Showcase Sharks. And how many kids did you bring out here today?
We only brought about 12. A lot of kids are doing multi-sports, but we always come up to support Isaac every year.
And I know last year you guys were here too. Your son is actually a quarterback for your team. What's your thoughts on your kids' experience last year and now coming up here again this year to the camp?
Well, this is our third year coming, and like I said, Isaac and I have always been close. I am the godfather of his oldest son. he invites us every year, and ironically, Kevin Ross was the man that trained me when I was in high school. So, just all kinds of family. You know how the Woodbury-Paulsboro thing is, love-hate relationship all day. But my son, he needs to learn this history about his father. So it's always good to come up here, come on a field that I've never lost on, and things like that. It's always great to make sure that these kids do it and see other folks. I even bring my team up. It's 12U football this year. Last year's 11U. We came up for the Paulsboro Jamboree and had a good time. We bred them up in pads. We come up here out of pads so they can fellowship and learn other states and exposure. That's all it's about.
And how proud of you are you of Kevin Ross as well as Isaac Redman with what they've been able to do this last couple of years with giving back to the kids in their community? Because honestly, we see a lot of players that they may run camps in the towns that they play for in the NFL, but a lot of players don't necessarily come back to their hometown and do camps like this. So how proud of you are you of these guys with coming back here?
Well, it makes me ecstatic, to see guys, especially like Kevin Ross, a guy that grew up. He was younger than my older brothers, so he was a person that I looked up to and saw his level of play. And like I said, Kevin's been doing this for over 30 years. When I was in high school, he used to train me and the Jimmer Bundys and the Charlie Nelsons. He'll bring us out to his big old house and show us the level of where you can get to with hard work. And then Isaac, the same situation. It was my job to get him from Paulsboro, to give him the opportunity at Bowie State, and that got him to the NFL. And then it's his turn now to reach back and grab them. So to see the continuum of each one teach one, that's what it's all about in our community as a whole. And he's doing a great job. I'm very proud of what Kevin has done, and I'm super proud of what Isaac's doing. And I mean, it's a great situation. And like I said, it is Paulsboro and Woodbury, but it's all love at this stage. In between the lines, in between the whistles, it's going to be a whole lot of going at it. But here, it's about all love.
And speaking of Paulsboro and Woodbury, both have had in recent years players that have reached the NFL. Gerald Hodges, Bryant McKinney, now Anthony Averett from Woodbury have reached the NFL. What's the thoughts on just looking at and seeing these kids and looking at the potential with some of these kids maybe in another 8-9 years being in the NFL themselves? Well,
it's really about hard work. Hard work pays off. And it all starts here. Do the extra things. It's June. They just got out of school last week. And these kids are out here doing their sweat and spitting their guts out every day trying to get better. It's all about getting better. And that's what I try to instill in my team and anywhere I go. If I've been a college coach, I actually was just inducted into the Bowie State Hall of Fame this past weekend as a coach for the track and field teams. But, it's all about hard work. And, there's a lot of things that go on beyond not going to the NFL. Everybody's not going to go to the league. But those hard work and all those intangibles of learning about hard work, how to take directions from people, how to work in a group, how to overcome obstacles, how to multitask, all those intangibles help you become a successful young man. So that's what football does for a lot of people.
And we've seen Hassan Reddick here earlier this week, who is in Arizona, was with Kevin Ross last year in Arizona. And that was part of his message to the kids here, speaking about not just about athletics, but, being mature young men and, academics and, just being a role model and being a positive figure in the community, not running the streets and things like that. So, again, we've had a great week of camp so far. This is day 5, and we're going to be here for more action this week. As you see in the background, we got some of the non-high schoolers running different drills, some ex-NFL players like Pete Mandalay running drills with the kids, the wide receiver drill, as you can see. Actually, we've had Josh Minkin Jr., whose dad played in NFL. We also have Paulsboro standout great, one of the top players ever coming out of the state of New Jersey, a legend here in South Jersey, Kevin Harvey here, who's also on the Paulsboro High School football staff. We see him running drills with the quarterback. Everybody knows his history as a quarterback here at Paulsboro High School. So a lot of volunteer going on from Woodbury coaching staff, Defford coaching staff, coaches from all over South Jersey, and it's just great to see the community come together, not just necessarily Paulsboro, but different people from different communities here in South Jersey have rallied together for this Ross-Redman football camp. So, again, it's hot out here. It's a nice day. It's all about sports. We're in the building. We're going to continue to do interviews, and you'll see more live footage here throughout the rest of this day. And back here at Paulsboro High School, Ross-Redman football camp. In the background, we got drills being run by the non-high school kids, midget football. Again, Isaac Redman, Kevin Ross. The football camp has been great all week. You see 4 different stations set up in the background, kids running different drills. Again, a lot of volunteers from the midget football program, not just, again, from Paulsboro, but from different towns. So the community is definitely coming together here. We're going to take a closer look at some of the kids. Now, as I mentioned again, this is day 5 of the camp. The camp started on Monday. Today is the final day. Today will actually be a barbecue, kind of like appreciation barbecue for the players who have come out here today. Again, earlier this week, Hassan Reddick came through, blessed the kids with some words of encouragement. It's great to see the kids be able to touch and get close to a person who's actually in the NFL right now and a young player for the most part. So, again, we're going to continue to be here live all day. I'm Terry Collins. I'm your host from It's All About Sports. Also, Kevin Ross, his son, is also at the camp helping the kids out. Again, various different coaches. Woodbury coaches are here, Edward McKinney, Quincy Harvey. Can't pull them. What's going on, Coach? We're live here.
How you feeling, sir?
Good. We're live on It's All About Sports. First of all, introduce yourself to the people here.
My name is Darryl DeBerry. I'm the head coach of Paulsboro freshman team this year.
All right, and Coach, what's your thoughts on what's going on out here with what's been happening all week with the Ross-Redman football camp?
Oh, it's been a great atmosphere all week long. The kids is out here working hard. It's a real good job that what Redman and Ross is putting on for these kids.
And what's your thought with working out with the kids? It takes a strong person to, be able to deal with kids, to try to mold them into better players, as well as, better kids on the field as well as in the classroom, things like that. What's your take on coaches who are able to do that?
Me personally, I've been coaching for many years. I took the last 4 years off just to deal with my daughter. She was in high school, and I'm getting back into it this year. And this really to help me out a lot to get motivated to start working with the kids. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when you can work with a young mind and help kids out. So I'm just happy to be out here and work with the kids.
All right, now you have it. Nice weather out here, nice day, some great coaches, great talent out here. And again, who knows, you may be very well looking at some future NFL players here out here at the camp here today. So again, we'll be here all day for the 5th final day of the Isaac Redman football camp.
The Boss Brothers have been up for any challenge and driven to solve any problem for longer than most can remember. Before Abe Lincoln was mentored by the Boss Brothers, his nickname wasn't Honest Abe, it was Shady Abe. Today, the Boss Brothers can be seen in Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in the heart of Swedesboro, New Jersey. You may not get many answers about their past, but one thing's for certain, they will get you the very best deal on a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram, regardless of your credit.
Spirit.
sir.
About
Once
yourself?
again, huh? Yes, sir.
Manly, right?
Manly.
Manly.
Manly. Yeah.
And back here live at the Ross-Redman football camp, Terry Collins, It's All About Sports. And I have here with me Pete Manley, former Detroit Lion. Pete, you've been here, this is your second year here now, correct?
Second annual.
Second annual year here, okay. So what is your thoughts on what you've seen from last year and now to this year with the kids and what's going on out here at the Ross-Redman camp?
First thing I want to say is a blessing. It's a blessing in the sense that I see some of the kids that I worked with last year return for this same kind of counseling. And so I see the birth of a thing that has no end.
And again, you've put in great effort with working with these kids. You know, how proud are you of Kevin Ross, which is a friend of yours, and you played against, right? Played with Kevin, okay. And how proud of you of him and Isaac for what they've been able to put together for this community here?
I mean, it means a lot for one to, go to the league, come home, and not forget where they came from, and continually give back. Keep in mind, Coach, this is free. This is all done from the heart. It's not to supplement your income or pat your pockets. This is based upon what you feel about this sport and how you can help the next man become the next man.
And speaking of the next man becoming the next man, I've been talking about how, somewhere out here within these kids are a future NFL player or two, or maybe even more. How influential is it for what you guys are teaching these kids for them to pick up and possibly be those kids in the NFL one day?
I look at it like this. If we can give them some information, if we can direct them, and one makes it, that makes it worthwhile. So if we can get many to reach one, that's the name of the game.
And that's what it's been all week. Pete Manley, as well as other ex-NFL players here giving back to the community along with Isaac Redman and Kevin Ross. And again, we're going to be here for the rest of this day. We're going to get some more interviews with some other coaches from the community, other coaches who have played throughout. So again, in the background, you see more drills being run. I know Coach is willing to, ready to get back to the kids, so thank you. So in the background, again, you have the wide receivers running drills, and we're going to be here for more interviews. Stay tuned. Stay with us.
And I'm all about the new Franklins. Ain't talking Aretha. My league too major. I'm hip hop Derek Cheeto. And I'm still feeling my pockets hot. Big bass in this noggin. Yeah, this beat.
And we're back here at Ross-Redman camp, and I got an opportunity to finally grab one of the men himself, Isaac. Isaac, what's it been like for you all week? This is day 5. What's your thoughts on the fans' appreciation for the people that were able to come out and bring the kids out this week?
I'm very appreciative, first and foremost, for all the volunteers that have, put forth the time and the effort to come out for the youth. And I know it's not easy to come out here Monday through Friday, and a lot of people working a 9 to 5 and rushing over here to help with the kids, and it means the world that they come out and do that for us. And the kids, they've been dedicated all week long. We've had a good amount of kids, over about 200 kids every day. And it just the kids dedicating themselves, showing that effort that they want to come out here and get better. And that's all we ask for.
And I've been talking about how, today is a great thing where a lot of players don't necessarily come back to the community to do things such as this. How big of a thing has it been as far as for you and Kevin Ross to be able to come together and provide this for the community, which is something that every community needs?
It's something, I've been doing for a while. Me and Kevin been able to get together the past 2 years and really the past 3 years, to come together and do it for the community. And with us together, you see how the event has emerged the way it is. But since I've been doing it since 2011, and it's just something that I love doing, to come back and give back to the kids and show them that here's NFL players that made it, from the same circumstances that you're coming from, and just to see us, it lets them know that it's possible to be able to make it and follow their dreams.
Now, we understand before the Pittsburgh Steelers, you obviously were at Bowie State. We understand that your head coach from Bowie State is in the house. We're going to go ahead and catch an interview with Isaac's head coach from Bowie State after this. So shout out to Isaac Redman again. Appreciate coming out, doing this for the community. So we're going to go ahead and try to catch up to his coach right now. I post a link on my fact. Let me see. It's live on it'sallaboutsports.org. Oh, you about to go live now? You going live?
Tell them what you are. Your name, sir. How you doing, Jeff? Yeah, Sprat.
I'm the bossless president of Chi Upsilon chapter in Camden, New Jersey, the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
So I don't mess that up, I'm going to let you.
Sure.
All right, so
yeah.
Damon?
Jeff
Spratley. Gotcha. Back here at the Ross-Redman Football Camp 2018 from Paulsboro High School, I'm Terry Collins, and I have here with me Jeff Spratley. First of all, Jeff, tell us exactly what you do, who you are, and what you're doing here at the camp today.
Sure. Yeah. What we do? Well, first of all, Jeff Spratley. I'm the president of Chi Upsilon chapter in Camden, New Jersey, of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, and I'm from Paulsboro. And when my cousin actually started this camp, we knew we had to give back. So we came down and donated water and Gatorade to give right back to the community to follow Kevin's path and Isaac Redman's path.
And what's your thoughts on, what you see here this week? Again, a great turnout for another year here. Today is the Fan Appreciation Barbecue. What's your thoughts on what they've been able to do here with this community?
It's fantastic. For one reason, not just the athletics, but they added SAT and ACT training. I think that blew the roof off. Just by having that aspect of it was something that you want to send across the entire area of South Jersey, where a lot of athletes come from, but only a small percentage go to that next level. And if they can see what it takes to get to that next level, this is where to start. It's a good start.
And that's something that they've been talking about here from the Ross-Redman camp this week with different players, not just the football side of things, but the academic side. We're talking about the NCAA clearinghouse as well as the testing and the importance of academics as well, because we all know without academics there is no football player. So, Jeff, how key is that players understand the importance of the grades?
The grades are so important because when we do our community outreach, we always ask the young players, who wants to go in the NFL? Everybody raises their hand. So we walk around the room and say, you're going to be in the NFL one day as a player personnel rep, as a lawyer, as a doctor, as a team physician, or anything. There's so many other ways to get into the NFL besides being on the field. Once they realize that small percentage or that percentage that doesn't make it, it's not a loss.
Well, there you have it again. Academics is just as equally important, if not more important, than the football. So we're also going to continue to stay here. In the background, you see more drills being run. We're going to try to catch up with the Bowie State head coach, catch some more interviews from different people around here at the camp.
Thank you, my brother.
We got that segment coming on live. The SAT.
That's what's up. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate what you do too. Thanks. All right.
Let's go over here and fly.
Hey, what are these?
And CIAA Coach of the Year. CIAA Coach of the Year. Stop your feet, Jalen. Keep your feet moving. We had workouts yesterday. I was out there yelling for about like 5 minutes. I told you they ripped it open, man. I said you get open.
Back here live from Paulsboro High School, the 2018 Ross-Redman football camp, and I have here with me none other than Bowie State head coach, Coach Damon Wilson, but also the CIAA Coach of the Year. I understand how proud of you of yourself, what you've been able to do as a coach, first of all, for Bowie State.
Well, I'm excited about what we've built at the university. We have a lot of good things going on. We have a new president, and she's really supporting the program, and our guys have really bought into what we're trying to do as a coaching staff. So I'm excited about the opportunities that's presented for me.
And how excited are you to see one of your former players, Isaac Redman, to make the NFL #1, but #2 now still be able to come back to his community and provide a camp like this, along with Kevin Ross as well?
This is big. I just met Kevin Ross, but Isaac Redman, man, that guy means a lot to me personally. It means a lot to Bowie State University. What he's doing for his community is outstanding. These young men are getting some good coaching out here, having some fun, and this is what it's all about when it's all said and done. It's taking care and uplifting our youth.
And how important is it for these youth to be able to come to a camp like this, again, with seeing Isaac Redman, knowing that he's from the town they're from the area, small time kind of South Jersey, but as well as seeing some of the other players and coaches like yourself from Bowie State. How influential is that for these kids here?
I think it's big. It's major. It gives them the belief that they can accomplish these things as well. They can go to college and play football. They can go to the NFL and play football. But the biggest thing is just giving back to the community. These kids have so many different distractions that could be pulling them in different directions. But something like this with all the positive energy out here is just outstanding. And I'm glad to be here and to represent Bowie State University and support Isaac Redman.
And again, with the coach of the CIAA Coach of the Year, Damon Wilson, I'm Terry Collins. Again, we're going to be here live all day. This is Fan Appreciation Day at the Ross-Redman Camp 2018. We see many parents, different people from the community, the kids in the background. You see more drills being run by the non-high school kids. And again, we're going to be here all day. We're going to talk to some more people about this camp and what they've been able to do here in this Paulsboro community.
Big nut have my money stack. This the strap. This for all my the ones that be trafficking. All my diamonds African. I might go and match. I already had that. We ain't got a battle. Version rock the light. Nice for a home like a Latin. Turn around, baby girl. Let me serve you. Yeah, they say that you wet like squirrel. Walk around, pigeon toe. Got the bird flu. Sauce it down, sauce it out. Do too much, ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts, going down. Sauce it down, sauce it out. Do too much, ain't enough.
Terry Collins, it's all about sports. Again, 2018 Ross-Redman football camp. It's all about sports. I've been bringing you footage from the camp throughout the week, different interviews, what we've been able to do here. Robert Page, the CEO of It's All About Sports, as well as National Video Production. We've been traveling. We're doing different sports, midget football, high school basketball, high school track and field, softball. There's no sport we haven't touched. Again, we're grateful to be out here at this football camp provided by Isaac Redman, as well as Kevin Ross, two Paulsboro High School legends who have made it to the NFL, been able to come back and give to the community. Again, and you see the fruit of their labor here with what you see in the background with the high school kids as well as the midget football kids. And again, it's all about sports. We've been here with them throughout the week. And again, today is day 5, Fan Appreciation Day. It's going to be a great day here all the way up until 8 o'clock at night. They're actually going to finish off with a community barbecue, which is the fan appreciation aspect of it. Giving back thanks for everyone who's been able to volunteer. Again, we've had volunteer coaches from different midget football programs in the area, not just Paulsboro High School. We've had Rick Eli, again, Leon Painter, other coaches from Paulsboro, Ian Vini, who have come out and give their time with the kids. Also, again, some of the Woodbury midget football coaches. And these two towns and towns relatively close, despite being rivals, when it comes to things like this, like giving back to the kids, they're able to come together. There's always been a great rivalry with different towns in South Jersey, but it's good to see everybody come together here for this football camp for the week. And again, we're going to finish off with a great day. Again, it's all about sports. We're going to be here live for the rest of the day. We're going to continue to get some more interviews. We're going to talk to a couple players, couple kids, and get everybody's take on what's going on this week here.
Rolly, red face, rolly, ayy. Purple face, rolling like some Teletubbies, ayy. Baby diamonds wet, shining like some guppy, whoa. Your man's hating probably cause his girl love me, ayy. I pull up to the mall and I'm flexing on you, ayy. So Leo in the cut and he got them buffies, got the buff. White sticks got me going crazy, crazy, ayy. Your girl love me cause she probably want my baby, ayy. Ice on my neck cost like 5K. I want a girl built just like Kim K. Karate chop that beat like a sensei. Ay, pull up in the Rari, oh a bit. I just wanna rollie with a devil head. I already got some designer to hold on my pants.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back with a quick break after this quick message from our sponsor, National Video Productions.
Do you need coverage? Not that kind of coverage. More like this kind of coverage. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Need a promo? Hosting a live event? Celebrating a special occasion? The National Video Productions has you covered. No, not that kind of covered. More like this kind of covered. And this kind of covered. Get live coverage and live stream that live event. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Weddings, corporate events, sporting events, graduation, grand opening, concerts, car shows, fundraisers, dance recitals, and more. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered.
And this is Terry Collins, and we're back here at the Ross-Redman football camp. And in honor of fan appreciation, we're talking to some fans here. I have with me Vincent Scott. Vincent, you've been watching in the background the camp so far here today. What's your thoughts on what you see here?
It's very productive. Teaching the kids some basic fundamentals, giving them a good base to start at. I mean, they're learning from professionals. They're learning from Paulsboro alumni, Paulsboro greats. So it's a win-win situation for the kids.
And again, you are a Paulsboro native, and you know you've obviously seen a lot of players come from out of Paulsboro. And this is Terry Collins, and we're back here at the Ross-Redman football camp. And in honor of fan appreciation, we're talking to some fans here. I have with me Vincent Scott. Vincent, you've been watching in the background the camp so far here today. What's your thoughts on what you see here?
It's very productive. Teaching the kids some basic fundamentals, giving them a good base to start at. I mean, they're learning from professionals. They're learning from Paulsboro alumni, Paulsboro greats. So it's a win-win situation for the kids.
And again, you are a Paulsboro native, and you know you've obviously seen a lot of players come from out of Paulsboro: Flipper Anderson, Kevin Ross, Isaac Redman, Gerald Hodges, and more. How important is it for those guys to come back and give back to these kids with such rich tradition at Paulsboro with winning?
Well, a lot of kids from this area, a lot of the role models or athletes or former athletes. I mean, in some cases, the athletes have more impact on the kids than their parents. So by these guys coming back, giving these kids something to shoot for is real important for them, steer them in the right direction.
Well, there you have it from one of Paulsboro's own, Vincent Scott. I'm Terry Collins, and we'll be back with more interviews and more action after this. Terry Collins again back here at the Ross-Redman camp here. Fan appreciation segment again. I have here a fan with me, First of all, introduce yourself to everyone.
How you doing? My name is Stacy Johnson. Woodrow Wilson, not a Paulsboro guy, but a Camden guy. Woodrow Wilson, class 75.
And you also came out of the University of Michigan, I understand, class of 79, correct?
Yes, sir. Engineering, civil engineering, class 79.
Okay, so what's your thoughts? You've been here today, checking out the camp here. What's your thoughts on what you see as far as the camp?
Well, I think it's wonderful. You know, they have a great young man, still a young man, Kevin Ross. I just come down to say hi to him, and I see all the young participants. And the fact that Redman spoke to him, gave a nice little talk to the young man. I'm very impressed right now. Very impressed with what Kevin's got going on here.
And how important do you feel like it is for, again, we talk about all the time, guys coming back, giving back to their community. And a lot of times you do see where players don't necessarily come back and do camps in their own community. How important and influential is that for these guys to do this for the kids here?
Well, I think it's a pleasure. We've all done it, on the most part. I think it's very important for the young kids to see the Kevin Rosses, the Redmans, and some of the other guys that come back and so they can share their stories on how they made it and the pitfalls and things that they had to go through to get to where they are.
All right, and there you have it again, Ross-Redman Camp, Day 2, just about wrapping up soon. We'll be back with more after this.
Tryna call me. I was up chopping early in the morning. Ooh, on the wave like a durag. Calling for his boo bag. Plug walk, Gucci on my shoe rack. Woke up in the house till I ran into the plug. Till I ran into the mud. I done ran into some racks. I done ran into your car. Why the plug show me love? I done came up from a dub. Plug walk. I don't even understand how my plug talk. Space cool, I don't let my plug walk. New freak, I had to cut my other little job. 50K, you could come and book a for a plug walk. Big old Bentley is a spaceship. Call me on my phone, I don't say. I make money when I talk. I'm a boss, take a loss. I can introduce you to the plug. See no Henny in my cup. Stay down, now the racks up. She gon' let me plug. I stuck keys in the Louis V. 12, I'm a G, ain't no stopping me. And my wrist is on overseas. Rich nigga, you can talk to me.